Welcome to the 2021 Having Fun in Recovery panel at the Oxford House World Convention. Hang on, I got something too, you know? When I was 4 years old, there used to be a cartoon on TV. It's called Beanie and Cecil. And I remember growing up, it's like I always wanted a hat with a freaking propeller on it, you know? So I got one today. Huh? So, there's that. You can do that today when you get clean. Okay, I'm going to read this off for you guys real quick while everybody settles down. Having fun in Oxford houses. Oxford House CEO Paul Malloy has long said that if recovery isn't as much fun as drinking or using drugs, why stay clean and sober? Many Oxford houses and Oxford House chapter I can't look over here. Many Oxford houses and Oxford House chapters take that admonition to heart and make sure. I can't look over there either. Okay. Where was I? Okay. This is not easy, man. Many Oxford House and Oxford House chapters take that admonition to heart and make sure that they find ways to encourage fun and recovery. Houses and chapters should emphasize attraction rather than enforcement. Sometimes that's hard, but it's worth it. Among the types of activities some houses and chapters undertake are picnics, fishing trips, retreats, progressive dinners, softball teams and tournaments, cookouts, spaghetti dinners, pancake breakfast, bowling, and participation in bowling leagues. Many houses and chapters emphasize these activities during Recovery Month in particular. When is Recovery Month? Right now. That's what's up. I lost I know there's bubbles going on over here. I can't look. Okay, many houses and chapters during Recovery Month. Chapter membership by individual Oxford houses is voluntary. Many chapters use social activities of the type mentioned to generate increases in house membership in the chapter. During the pandemic, most in-person get-togethers were canceled. How did residents manage to have fun during the pandemic? We're going to get to that because we really want to hear from you guys. What were the workarounds that were used? How successful were they? What tips would the panelists have for planning for possible future lockdowns? The panelists will discuss various ways of having fun in Oxford House while also using the democratic discipline system of house operation to master self-confidence, sobriety, and living a comfortable life without booze and drugs. So there's that. What I'd like to start with is we're going to do something that's really cool that Jeremy brought to the table. I guess they did this at an AA convention. It's called Sligo. And I want to introduce Jeremy. Does anybody not know Jeremy Weatherspoon? Well, for those of you that have never met Jeremy Weatherspoon, he's a trip. He's an outreach worker in Louisiana, man, and he's just a ball of freaking fun. So he's bringing the thunder of fun, and he's going to explain the Sligo thing, and then I'll introduce him actually as a speaker. He'll be our cleanup speaker later. So please welcome Jeremy.
Stop. Oh my God, that's so nice. You're so sweet. All right, so what I would like to talk to you guys about is Slido. So if everybody can get out their phones, right? And there's gonna be this QR code here. So scan the QR code. Same. Scan it. We won't judge you yet. So when you scan the code, it should take you to a website. Throughout the course of this panel, we're going to be putting up questions and displaying them on the screen. So I will start the first question. It's still there. It's still there. So the question is, did you think you could have fun in recovery? We did. 69 of you guys replied. Thank you. So based on the slide, out of 104 responses, 39% of you did not think that you could have fun in recovery, right? About 60% of you thought that you could. And so in my presentation a little bit later, we'll kind of go over how I felt about fun in recovery and what that looked like for me. But throughout the course of this panel, again, we'll have more questions come up. So when you see a question, just go ahead and answer it so you can see these live results and see how other people are feeling about their recovery. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. Man, this is fun right here, because we want to hear from you guys too. So let me get to Elizabeth's. I'm going to introduce Elizabeth. Elizabeth is having a little hard time sitting down, so we're going to go. Elizabeth Lewis in 2010 was accepted into Oxford House Shirley Ann, located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Is Tulsa here?
Yeehaw!
A year later, she was hired and moved to Oklahoma City to work closely with a program called Remerge. She then moved to pioneer the state of Mississippi when Oxford House received their first contract. She opened the first dozen houses. She dealt with some hardships, which then awarded her the 2015 Oxford House Founders Award at our annual World Convention. After that, now nationally certified, peer support certified, she was able to work in her home state of Texas, where she became the senior outreach. 2 years ago, the state of Florida was granted a contract as well. Elizabeth was asked to assist in establishing houses in Florida, where she is currently living and working as a senior state coordinator. Please welcome Elizabeth Lewis.
Hello. Whoa, I'm short. Can y'all see me? Can y'all? Oh. Thanks. All right, let me try that again. Look, my bubbles are messing up. My mask's off. Oh! All right. And I'm not even nervous yet. Okay, so my name is Elizabeth Lewis, and I'm a woman in long-term recovery. And what that means for me is I haven't found it necessary to drink or drug since January 24th of 2010. And for that, I am very, very, very grateful. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. And as Marty said, yes, I do live in Florida. I've been there the past couple years. However, this guy here, and then if you ask Michael, Michael will say Michael, but he opened the first Oxford House in the state of Florida. So that's pretty cool. I wish I could say it, but no, this one. So it's pretty cool. I know we're not supposed to be talking about Florida. I'm supposed to be talking about fun, but those kind of go together. We have we almost have 75 houses, which is phenomenal. I know. All right, so fun in recovery. And like Jeremy asked, who thought that they would have fun in recovery? I didn't. I thought picking my face in a bathroom for 12 hours was fun. Turns out that's not fun, you know? Ugh. And so I, running from the cops, all that, not fun, not fun. I moved into Shirley Ann Oxford House when in 2010 I was accepted. And there was an outreach worker. Is Lori in here? Probably not. She's busy. But so Lori Holtzclaw was my outreach worker. I was a resident in Tulsa. I think they were doing like the vacancy websites or something new, techie, that we don't know anything about then. But she came over to the house to let us know about it. And I was like, what's an outreach worker? Who are you? But then we just kind of hit it off, and I wanted to get involved and things like that. I talked to my sponsor. I was really involved in NA at that time. And so everybody, get a home group, get involved, speak up and reach out. And so I went to a planning committee. They were planning their Oklahoma State Convention, which each state has like a retreat or a convention. And if y'all don't, you really should, because they're fun. But anyways, we were planning ours. Oklahoma's very established. And he's getting left out. So he says, hey. But so we were planning our state convention. Anyways, I went to the meeting, and you got to put yourself out there if you want to make friends. So I said, any new business? And I said, I'm Elizabeth. I'm new. Can can I get y'all's numbers? Because I want to get involved. I want to help. And Lori said, 867-5309. And I said, oh my gosh, that sounds so familiar. And so after that, we just hit it off. Everybody laughed, and that's just kind of how I roll. I'm really like burnt Texas toast over here, but it's okay. They love me anyways. So I got involved, right? I went to the planning committees. I went to HSCs. In the beginning, I liked drama, and so the HSCs, we thought we were the police, and we were like, ooh, we're gonna go drug test a house, and we went and don't do it. Like, yes, do it if they need it, but don't like let that be your motivation. But I like drama in the beginning, as most of us do, and so that's what I did, and it was fun. We would go like caravans, like tons of us, to houses and just help open new houses, go and to support other houses, and to me that was great. I had a wonderful time. But then after the convention, my hat is designer, don't be jealous, but they voted me to go to the World Convention. I'd never been to DC, and I was like, oh my gosh, I get to go to DC free. So we had a slumber party like the day before at a guy's house, which, we can't do that. So we did that, and it was voted. We stayed up all night, and then I don't think we had Uber then, but we rented a van. Anyway, somehow we got to the airport, and we had like the entire plane almost. Like those poor pilots and flight attendants probably hated us, but it was so fun. And then again, never been to DC, so like just the whole process of getting here was fun in itself, right? So I go to World. I can't believe how big it is. I get to meet y'all from everywhere. And then Facebook, I joined everybody's Facebooks, as Brandy does, and y'all should too. But from there, I got to see all the fun that y'all have, So like I said, picking your face for 12 hours in a bathroom is not fun, right? Looking out that little crack, that we don't want to live like that. So, but what I saw was, I saw like Washington doing campouts. I saw, or maybe it's Oregon, but doing big things. And I had notes, and I can't. But then I saw like Texas. They would rent a bunch of tickets and go to the Ranger game. Where's my piece of paper? And I saw like Tennessee would rent a boat, and they would do. Thank you. They would do, rent a boat and be on the water and do some recovery fun stuff. Hands Across the Bridge, Oregon, I think that's Oregon. Do y'all know what that is? It's amazing. There's a bridge, and they go, I think there's 2 different states on each side of the bridge, and they all hold their hands. It's like the community's involved. It's amazing. But they hold their hands, and they all say the freaking Serenity Prayer, everybody. And of course, it's off. Nobody knows. But the fact is, it's beautiful. You get chills. It's just absolutely amazing. So I got to experience that. Again, World. But I got to see all of that stuff. And then for like Marty read, I helped start 2 states. And that means we're broke, right? We broke. And so, but you can still have fun, right? We don't have to have all that money, because that'll come in time. But what we could do is catchphrase, Cards Against Humanity, like those naughty games. People love that. So like Cards Against the Humanity, I'm not blowing up, but Cards Against Humanity, talent shows, right? That's fun. We, in Florida, just any game night. Spade tournaments, some people do poker. If you have a problem, please don't do poker. It's probably not a good idea. In Mississippi, now that's the poorest state I've ever lived in, but we did field day. Do y'all remember in elementary school, like egg toss and like 3-legged race, wheelbarrow? No? Okay, good. I'm like, dang. But tug of war, we did all of that. And we went and bought a bunch of white Hanes t-shirts and Sharpies, and each house made a shirt, and like we named it, like our number was our favorite step or whatever. And we would compete. We had brackets. It was so much fun. Volleyball tournaments. When I moved to Florida, we would do, we would take meetings out to the beach. It's beautiful there, They don't quite do that anymore because COVID and everything, but there's so many things you can do that don't cost a lot of money, And sometimes if you're having trouble getting that unity, food. And I might get in trouble for saying this, but like in the beginning, I would always host events at the women's houses, because the guys will come, say, hey, it's a women's house, they come. So it just starts with that. But 2, incorporating like the AA community. Invite your sponsors over. They talked about progressive dinners, which I think is an awesome concept. Are one of y'all going to talk about that? They will. If not, I'll get back to you. But that's a really cool. It includes everybody, you know, and get everybody involved. You know, once your house is established and pretty, you know, invite your neighbors over, have an open house. All of that is fun. It's fun, fun, fun. So, laughter, best medicine. I encourage you all to be silly. Who thinks they're too cool to have fun and wear a dinosaur outfit? Would y'all do it? Yeah? So, yeah. It's fun. It's fun to be stupid. It's fun to laugh at you. Like, who cares, right? I used to care so much what people think. My first meeting, I dressed up because I was like, I want to impress. It's like we're a bunch of druggies and what are they at Paul Malloy? Drunkies, druggies, and crazies. So I said it. But yeah, like we're family. Let's have fun. And so I think probably my time is up. But I'm so happy to be here. And please, like they said, National Recovery Month is now. Do some recovery things. It's great. All right? Thank you. Yay.
Let's have another round of applause for she's struggling over there, man. You know, the first house I opened, it was I had to live with a guy, and it reminds me of a story about Paul Malloy. Paul Malloy would say this story, you know, that he was. I guess it was at a chapter meeting or a state convention or something. He went over to, he likes to come and check on the houses just to see the houses. And he went over to one house and they invited him in and he sat down, started packing his pipe, put his foot up on the coffee table, started packing his pipe, and they're like, oh, Paul, we don't smoke in here. He's like, oh, okay. So, oh, Paul, we don't put our feet up on the furniture. I remember Paul said, well, who the fuck would want to live here, you know? There's got to be some levity, you know? And I lived in a house with a guy for like 3 years. It's like he would follow you around and make sure you weren't dropping crumbs and you put everything. I mean, that was his whole life, was in that house. And that was not fun. You know, when he was like gone to a meeting or something, we were having fun, you know? So it was like a black cloud coming in. And then I got hired and I moved to Louisiana. And all he takes is a band, some food, and some freaking recovery people, man. And we're going to have a good time. Food and music. You can do that anywhere, you know? And there's a lot of people in Louisiana that play music, man. So I want to introduce... Where the hell did he? Where the hell? What is she doing? What is she doing, bruh? Did you text that to me, Brandy? Did you? You did, didn't you?
Is that Brandy?
Yes.
Jeremy. Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
So, Brandy moved into her first home in January 2012, held every position there is ever in life in the world. Became an alumni in 2014, so that means she moved on and moved out. And she's been successful ever since. Opened several homes in the Shreveport, Bossier, Louisiana area. It says here she is Paul Malloy's favorite. Really not negotiable. She even received the Founders Award The shop she used to walk to from her, and this is a powerful story, and I'm not going to blow it because that might, but man, the shop she used to walk to from her Oxford house to go to work, she owns that thing now. That's her shop. She is now training this is another powerful story. She is now training her oldest son how to be a barber in that very shop. And it says at the end there, it says, and Brandy just wants to have fun. Welcome, Bigfoot Brandy. That's so powerful.
I gather myself.
All right.
Oh my God, it's hot in here. I may be hyperventilating. It's okay, I'm just playing. Hey guys, vote for me, Brandy B. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic. I have a sobriety date of January 15th, 2012, and for that I'm truly grateful. I have not prepared for this at all. I mean, I'm wearing Bigfoot costume. It's Bigfoot, yeah. I mean, you want to be a great babe. I never prepare for this because I wing everything, like my eyeliner. You know, if you were an alcoholic or a junkie like me, I spent a majority of my time in a closet. Not that kind of closet. The kind that you couldn't see my lighter flicking because I was too paranoid that the bush narcs were gonna get me. And so I lived in dark spaces, you know, and severely isolated. And so when I was introduced to recovery, it was the life that I had longed for. When I moved into my Oxford house in 2012, I was straight out of jail. I had nothing but the clothes on my back, and these girls took me in and showed me what family was about. They showed me what fun was about, too. I attended my first convention in Oklahoma City, my first world convention. No, wait, maybe it was Lafayette, our state convention, and then the world convention. Either way, that was my introduction to something bigger than myself. I had no idea. And from there, tell me, how many of you had that fire lit while you've been here? Can you feel that? That fire, I know. My fire was lit that first convention, and I am forever grateful for that because I was introduced to so many people, so much, everything that I had no idea that there was. Like I said, it was so much bigger than I was, and they showed me how to have fun. I love raffles, and that was like the one thing. I won my first prize at one of the raffles at the convention, and I was like, oh, this is on. This is going down. So I try not to go broke every convention. I've done pretty good and not bought $500 worth of tickets. It's hot. Oh, that's alcohol. It felt great. So, the last convention we had, I think, was by far my favorite because I got to bring my son, DJ. I don't know if any of you, if you're Facebook friend, he's all over. He got to attend his first world convention because he always gets mad at me that I would always go without him. So I brought him to DC. And for this panel, I got to dress up. I love dressing up, if you couldn't tell. I really love dressing up in costumes and at the banquet. Okay, so me and DJ were Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. It was so fun. And you know, I'm so grateful that today I can create those fun memories with him, because my oldest son, who is 24, I forgot to take that off. He grew up and he remembers me high. He remembers all the bad times. He remembers being the lookout in the back of my car while I was driving, smoking my dope. He was the lookout in the back for the police. He don't remember. This is the first time that he's been around me. We work 8 to 5, Tuesday through Friday together, and I'm sober. We're working together. I mean, this is the most time we've been together. I'm so grateful to be able to experience that. The first few, it's been an experience, because the first few weeks, he would ask me, "Are you mad? Are you?" He would apologize, and he was upset, you know. And I had to remember this, because he's only used to high Brandy. He's not used to sober Brandy, and so I must have been really angry. I must have been a really mad junkie, and always was, you know. And so now he gets to see this sober me, and he's with me all day. It's just a miracle of the program, guys. I am so grateful that Oxford House showed me. I give credit to Oxford House, my program of recovery, and my higher power for where I am today. And the fun. Like I said, if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be here. That's all I know how to do now, is have fun everywhere I go. I don't know what else to say about fun. Hey, one year, I do know. Listen, one year I dressed up as a cheerleader for this, and I thought it was going to be a great idea to cheer, and I got up here and said, "Everybody give me an F. Everybody give me a U." Immediately a bad idea, but I had to follow through. So that's what I get for not planning things out, just totally winging it. Anyway, guys, if you are not having fun, let's start over right now and make a decision. We're going to have fun right now, okay? Thank you. Vote for me, Brandy B. Oh, let me put my mask back on. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, one of the coolest things while you were talking was these. Somebody said earlier at another breakout, they rent out the drive-in theaters for like during the week, and they have for Oxford House, so you can drive your car. You know, you got your snacks, and that might be real good during the pandemic. You're still there with each other, but you can roll in your car and stuff like that. I love drive-in theaters. They still have them in Tennessee. I wish they would bring them back. So if you have a drive-in theater or something similar, what we were doing in Chattanooga at the Women and Children's Houses, it was actually a fundraiser, but we got at Oxford House Wonderland, we would string up a big white sheet and get a projector and a bunch of tiki torches with the citronella candles in it, and you bring a lawn chair, and we would blast. I think August was like cartoons, Sleeping Beauty or whatever, and then come October it was monster movie night, and so I think it was like say $7, and you get the piece of pizza and to watch a movie, and we could stream a movie, and it was just really cool. So that's something you could do. You're not inside. You could practice social distancing, make sure you got the citronella candles and stuff like that. So, because safety is pretty important, but there's some workarounds, So I would suggest that. That is really fun, and we would have, I think on a good night, we would have about 25 or 30 people there with their kids and stuff like that. So it was just fun, and it raised some money for the house too. So let me get to this guy. Hey, let's have another round of applause for Bigfoot, man. Okay, man, professional entertainer here. So he's just fun. Jeremy Weatherspoon is a person in long-term recovery, and as such has not had a drink or used any illicit substances since April 5th of 2013. He's got a hell of a story, man. He has also been a member of the Oxford House family for the entire duration of that time. As a resident, he lived at Oxford House South Shore and became an active participant in his local Oxford House community. He held many positions. He didn't hold all the positions ever existed like Brandy did, but he's held many. Where was I? Oh, okay. He held many positions within the House chapter and many positions within the State Association, and was presented the Jake Hadley Award for dedication and outstanding service at the 2015 LA State Convention. That year, Jeremy became an active alumni. That means he moved out and stuff, you know? And he's still here. And began hosting trainings for new and current residents throughout the state. At the World Convention in 2016, he was presented with the Tony Perkins Alumni Award for exemplifying Tradition 9 and the Founders Award by Paul Malone. He got both of them. Boom, boom. He's like, he was rocked by one. It was kind of cool. Did we get that on film somewhere? That was so cool. They came up and they gave him, he gets the award and he's like, oh my God, I love that. He's all crying and it's like, and this next award goes to Jeremy Weathers. He's like, freaked out, you know? It was like he's blowing a gasket. It was awesome, man. Yeah, that was fun. Through continued service work with the organization, participation on the World Council, and creative repositioning. I can't get that image out of my head. That was so fun. And creative repositioning throughout the Southeast region. I like that. Jeremy was offered a position with the Oxford House in the spring of 2019. Since that time, he has been certified as a peer support specialist and started in Louisiana's senior outreach coordinator in July. Please, let's welcome Jeremy Weatherspoon.
Hey, family. Now, since we've got through all that rigmarole, that nonsense, I'm just an addict, plain and simple. And I didn't know that there was any other way to have fun except being high. And I'm a late bloomer. I didn't start drinking until I was 21. I didn't start using meth until I was 25. And so I was obviously having fun prior to that point. But once I started using meth, that was the only way I could have fun anymore. And sex. I had a flashback. Sorry about that. But honestly, if you think about it, we would not be in this position if it wasn't fun at the beginning, right? Like, we did it because we liked going to concerts, and so we can do a little bump of Coke, or maybe we can have a pill and just enjoy the concert more, right? Or, and the first one's always free. Like, and there's so many things in our lives that our parents told us that was a full lie, right? Like, you can't have the overhead light on in the car at night or you'll get pulled over. Full lie. Full lie, okay? They said that the first one, look, Dare, like, really tripped me out because I really thought there'd be more vans and more people offering me free drugs than there was. But what they did say was the first one's always free, and that has been determined to be the truth. And so I lost myself, I lost my interest, I lost everything that kind of made me who I was. And so fun for me was sleep deprivation. Fun for me was paranoia. Fun was losing my job. Fun was endangering my colleagues. Fun was going to jail. I lie, that wasn't fun. It was not fun. And Oz, like, completely a lie. Like, I really thought that I'd, like, find somebody who, like, protect me, you know? I think that's more of a prison thing, and I really wasn't willing to do all that. But if there are any felons out here, I'm looking for protection. Right? I thought being homeless was fun. Like, I had no responsibilities. I was an adult child. And looking back on my life, it fucking sucked. Like, I was so disillusioned to think that I was having fun, picking faces, right? My face was so emaciated and that I didn't even want to like look at myself in the mirror. Like, it was tragic. I'll get to a funny story in a second about the mirror. I'll get to it now. So I went to treatment, right? And so nobody tells you that, like, when you get there, the food is gonna blow you up, baby. Like, I gained like 25 pounds off rip, like, first month, like, chunky, but my ass was on fleek. The fuck, like, it was so good. It was so good. Like, it was so good. I was like, this is what it's about. This is what it's about, you know what I mean? And so when I relapsed, my ass was the first thing to go. Like, it was the first thing to go. So I looked in the mirror and I did a little, and it was nothing but skin. I said, absolutely not, I'm going back to recovery. I can't, I can't with this, because if this is what, if this is what addiction is like now, I can't mess with that. You know, in my 20s, you know, I was all muscle. So, you know, you took away the fat, the muscle just stayed the tight old booty. No, after treatment, it was all fat and it just got sucked out. It was a wild time. Marty, I'm serious, Marty. You have to know your assets, right? So I accomplished a lot in my 20s. Like, I really thought that I was going to be on Broadway forever, right? I did that. I thought I would have a meth addiction that I could like manage, you know? I could be a functional addict, like I really did, you know? Maybe I could put it down, I'd do it on the weekends. I was a weekender for a little bit, you know? That didn't turn out to be true. Life was a full lie. Like the whole life, you know? And so when I got into recovery, kicking and screaming. My first treatment center, because I thought that this was fun, my first treatment center, I slept with my roommate, and he had a little treatment girlfriend, which I thought was really funny, and I wanted to break that up. So I had her hit me so she can get kicked out. It was amazing. I did. That was so much fun for me. I was really sick, y'all. Also, too, at that treatment center, because I was on Broadway at the time, I had them do a talent show so I can showcase my talents to everybody. I mean, I was on fire, okay? Like, I was so selfish and so self-centered, and like everything in that treatment center had to be about me. I was manipulating everyone and everything. The food was phenomenal. And I manipulated my way into a 28-day completion in 21 days. You know, I thought I was hot shit. You hear me? Like, I really thought that I was doing the damn thing, and really I was just tearing my life apart. So when I actually did get into recovery, and when I moved into an Oxford house, I thought that I would no longer be able to have fun. Like, I really just thought that I was no longer gonna be able to do that. And I thought that recovery was gonna be this droll type of monotonous, waking up every day, reminding myself that I'm an alcoholic, that I'm an addict. Like, I really thought that that was what it was going to be. I wasn't working a program at the time, I was just sober, right? I'll tell you the difference. Sober is abstinence, right? It's the absence of doing something, right? And so being sober is relatively easy because you just have to stop doing what it was you were doing. Recovery, though, takes rigorous action. It's active part of doing something to improve your circumstances, to improve your life, for me to improve my life. And so when I started engaging in recovery, I found that there were aspects of this thing that I can really get into and start having fun. And it was these unity events and going over to boys' houses and having sleepovers. The girls weren't the only ones, right? You know, Having good credit is fun. It is. It's so fun. I promise you, it's fun. If you need help, Lori's outside. She did a panel on it. She'll help you out. But having good credit is fun, right? Having a recovery family is fun. Being able to watch other people grow in their recovery is also too fun. Being asked to officiate your closest friend's wedding is also fun. Recovery has given me, I wasn't gonna cry. Oxford House has just given me so much. It gave me my best friend who's in here.
Hey, CJ, baby.
Somebody that I'd never, you look at us and you're like, how? How did it happen? Because we're total opposites, but we're one and the same person, and it's really awesome, and I love him unconditionally. And I found him at an Oxford House. I sussed him out at an Oxford House. Don't worry about it. But that was fun, and now we get to take trips. I went to Puerto Rico for the first time this summer, you know what I mean? Puerto Rico, click in the back. Hey, what's up? Yes, it was fun. Going back, need Oxford houses, yes. But these are things that I never thought that I would be able to do in recovery because I thought I needed the drug. I thought I needed alcohol in efforts to fit in and to feel comfortable in my own skin. And you guys just taught me that I was good just being the person that I am. And you loved me for that. And you allowed me to be up on these panels and to have fun and to joke and to clown and to just be.
That's right.
And that is so much fun for me. I always question as to why I'm on this panel. I'm just like, why? Like, why am I doing this panel?
Fun.
I know. I am fun. But for me, it's just living. I'm just living my life. It's like I'm not going out with the intent of having fun. Fun is just an outcome of what's going on in my life. I like to wake up now. Baby, wait, who said that? Just because you get up at 5. I like to wake up now. I like to actually bask in the sunlight, right? Because when I was at my worst, at my lowest, I wanted to die. And I tried. When I tell you I really, really tried that night, I really tried. I didn't want to be here anymore. I didn't know another way to live, and I didn't want to continue living the way that I was. And I wanted it to stop. I wanted the pain to end. I just wanted everything to slow down and stop. And I tried. And when I woke up the next morning, I was pissed. I was so mad. I had never been so mad because I still had to face this shit. And now I just get to wake up and be and enjoy life and enjoy my friends, enjoy my family, enjoy food and still lose weight. Look at this body. I play volleyball like 5 times a week. You know, some people run. Not doing that. I don't have Megan knees. It's a wrap. Okay, these kids pop every time. Like, I'm old. It's catching up. It's starting to. So much fun at volleyball, though. Like, I petitioned my volleyball director to have annual Oxford House tournaments. And so now, every November, we have an Oxford House tournament at my home court. It's amazing. We're going on our 4th annual, right? I incorporated my favorite thing, which is my Oxford House living, into another one of my favorite things, which is volleyball. And it just meshed perfectly. And now I'm having fun with other people that I love. You know? This is how we do it. Recovery is not something that you achieve, it's something that you live. We're never, in the book it says that we become recovered, right? Right? I don't want you to be disillusioned to think that that's where you stop. No. Because if you don't do the things that got you to the place where you are, then you're gonna lose that. You're gonna lose that status. You're gonna lose that place. You're gonna go back down to where you were. And if it's not fun, you're not gonna wanna do it. Now, understand there's work involved. There is work involved. We have to work for this thing called recovery, but we can have fun in the process of doing the work. And that's what's gonna make us stay. That's what made me stay. And I'm glad to be on this panel again. And I love you guys. Thanks for letting me share.
I can't. I can't. I just, sometimes you just stand and watch this stuff. I just realized that we have a shark do-do-do baby, shark do-do-do-do-do-do. I just saw that. Let's have a round of applause for baby shark do-do-do-do.
I have no idea.
Welcome. I kind of want to get into these answers to the questions, but I wanted to talk to you about something that I learned probably about 10 years ago. And a counselor was saying that everything that's joyful is anchored in pain. And that didn't make any sense to me. It's like, no. That doesn't make any sense at all. Until it was explained to me. It's like, look, if all you knew was, you wouldn't appreciate the light if you didn't know the darkness. It's like, whoa. If all you'd known is pretty, sunny days and you never saw rain, you never saw clouds, it was just all fun and we knew a lot of sadness, a lot of darkness. And so when it's amazing that the last thing that I ever wanted to do was stop doing dope, but that was the first thing. The first things I needed to do were always the last things I had to do. My priorities were completely turned upside down. Like credit rating, we talked about that, all that, finances, everything. The things I should have been focused on, I wasn't focused on, and then when I finally put drugs and alcohol away, then then the sunshine started coming, and I started, wow, what a relief. And there's a 12-step program that says the only promise we give you is freedom of active addiction. That's all I needed, baby. Get rid of that thing so we can get on to this thing. And Paul Malloy talks about this too. He says that once you become, it takes about 6 months, 8 months, 9 months to actually become comfortable with sobriety. Because, to be honest with you, I would daydream about, when I could use again. They call it euphoric recall. And but it took about 6 months, 8 months to stop doing that, and to start enjoying life. I didn't want to go back to jail. I did not want that. I didn't want that life. And still wanted to get high though. I want to get high without the consequences. Has anybody ever felt that way? Hell yeah. That's the insanity of this thing. No, take the consequences away so I can have fun, It doesn't work like that. So, thank God we made it here. Thank God somebody told you somewhere down the road about Oxford House. There's a lot of volunteers out there. To me, it's fun. I love doing Oxford House presentations at treatment centers. I freaking love it, and I miss it. I miss that. I haven't done, I've been on a schedule to do presentations now for 1.5 years. I love carrying the message of Oxford House into treatment centers where they're sitting there, grab ass and having somebody's girlfriend hit them so he can manipulate the system, But we're, because we think we're all fun in treatment. We're not thinking 15 days out when we actually have to hit the street. We're having fun now. We're watching TV. But to have fun doing service work became fun to me. It's like, no, this is saving my life. So being of service of others is to me is a blast. And all this other benefit stuff comes with that. So I'm going to shut up. I just wanted to let you know that everybody has different, some people move into Oxford House, they've never had fun before. Like their fun was peeking out the window, And I had that fun many times. I remember my buddy, he ran it, hey, come over, I'm having a party at my house. So I come over there, it's just him. With some dope. And so we do some dope, and our party consisted of him standing at the front window for 16 hours, and I'm at the back window for 16 hours, looking, knees dying, probably ain't been to the bathroom in 2 days, Can anybody relate to that? Freedom from active addiction, give me some of that. Jeremy, do you want to go over these questions?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's go ahead and answer some questions. Did we see the ones about shoes? Did you answer these? I know you didn't. Come on, answer the question. Huh? I know too many. I know somebody over here that has too many to name. All right, a couple more seconds. We're gonna close this out. Yeah. I did. Yes. All right, so 92 of you guys answered. Most of you guys have a plethora of shoes. I don't know how you got them here. A lot of sitting on a suitcase. Was there some extra baggage charges? Come on, 2 suitcases. Who flew Southwest? Yes, 2 free bags. Love that for you. Love that for you. Let's try this one. Do you still smile under your mask while taking pictures? Baby, look, I paid a lot for these teeth, honey, okay? Yes, Invisalign, yes, God. Okay, somebody gonna see it. Open my mouth real wide under the mask. Ah. Yes, come on, 96% of you guys. Who's not smiling under the mask? Oh. Do you smile without the mask? No. It's all right. We'll get you there. That's why you're here. So you can learn how to have fun. Boom, boom, got you. Nailed it. All right, now we get into some real questions. Do you wear pants while participating in Zoom? Now look, okay, so I was, CJ, what was it? Was it staff training? I was at staff training on Zoom, okay? And baby, I was super cute up top. Button up, tie, all the things, honey, okay? I had on full shorts and flip-flops underneath. This one comes into my office, takes a picture, and then posts online. Like if I wanted them to know I wasn't wearing pants, I would let them know. I needed to be real comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who? With the maybe? Stop it. Stop it with the maybe. What y'all doing? Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. We'll get back to that in a second. Who is laying down in your bed on Zoom? Yeah? Yeah? Love that for you. All right, while I come up with some more questions for Slido, let's open the floor to questions for us.
Yay! Thank you,
Oh, yeah.
I'll go. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good.
I'm John.
Hey, John.
It's my second World Convention. I'm having a great time. So
Welcome
glad
back.
you guys are here. You're awesome. I was here at the last one. I definitely wanted to come again. From my first state convention in Virginia, I've been on fire. I have so much enthusiasm for everything, my program, Oxford, everything. What do you do with a housemate if, let's say, they're the downer, Donnie Downer, or you're just you find this apathy? How do you mitigate that, or how can you kind of turn that around?
Well. Uh-huh.
What do you do to turn it around? You can't really do much. You know, you can just, it's attraction rather than promotion. And some people are Debbie Downers, right? And I personally don't want to be around those people because I pick up energy and it brings me down. I don't like negativity. I like positivity. So hopefully, eventually, if this person, you know, as he's working a program, he or she working a program, you know, I would continue to invite this person, but unfortunately, they don't have to, but hopefully in time that they will, or we can ask them, hey, what would you like to do? What's your idea of fun? How about we do that with you and try their round? Because dressing up with like T-Rex may not be fun for others. So try it from their perspective as well. Open communication.
Thank you, Liz.
Ooh. World peace.
Hi, I'm from a really small town, and we don't really have a whole lot to do. Like, there's literally nothing. And I'm the fundraiser chair for our chapter, and I was just wondering if you guys had any ideas on how to get everyone involved, on what's fun to do in a really, like, rural area.
Do you guys have, I was just about to say that, do you guys have like bounce houses or things like that? Like, are there any?
I'm sure I see like, you know, parties with little bounce houses
Right.
every once in a while. So cookouts are definitely a go-to. I know that, but I kind of want to get outside of the box.
So yes, that is, we're going to talk about Splash Kickball 1 second.
Oh, yes.
So, because a lot of us, when we're actually getting into recovery, we still have the mindset of children. I think we can really play on that in a very fun way with going to bounce houses, things of the nature. I know that we did that in my area a couple of times. And it was just really an opportunity for us to kick loose and just really have fun on these trampolines, order pizza like we're having a child's birthday party. It was really, really, really fun. But also, too, you can be creative and come up with things that you can do in your town, like Splash Kickball. So Splash Kickball is just like regular kickball, but there's water involved and lots of lube and or soap. Lots of soap. Every base is a kiddie pool. And you just have a lot of fun. Just make sure that it's on a field that you can mess up and not get in trouble for, because we did not make sure of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Raleigh. I got a question for Marty. I heard there's a fun thing going on in Chattanooga in a couple weeks.
What is that?
Okay, here's something you guys can do. And Patty Katz is a good friend of mine, and she just passed away recently. But she created what's called Hands Across the Bridge in Oregon and Washington. So we're doing that in Chattanooga. This is our third year. The first year, 50. What you do is you have a boat come out. You have people standing on the bridge in recovery. You hold hands and you say the Serenity Prayer from the river. You have maybe a speaker or something like that. The first year, we had 50 people come out. The second year, we had almost 500. And this year we're slated to have probably over 1,000. We're having all the treatment centers come. We're having all the AA and NA and anybody that has anything to do with recovery in Hamilton County is going to be at the park with a table and their things, and we're going to sell T-shirts. And while we're going to have speakers on the stage. We're going to go up to the bridge. We're going to say the Serenity Prayer, and during that time, we also have the best. His name is Bumpus. He's the best sax player in Chattanooga. So we're going to. And ideally what we're going to do is we're going to have one full day of speakers and bands and things like that. We're stealing all the ideas from the Pacific Northwest, and actually they're giving them to us. So you guys could do that too. You get everybody, invite the treatment centers to your activity, and we're going to fund the whole thing by sales of T-shirts. We're going to be financially self-supporting. So that's a huge thing, and it's Recovery Month, so it's actually very much encouraged. Now, did I even answer the question, or did I completely go off on a tangent?
Oh, that's what I wanted, big dog.
All right, thank you, Raleigh.
Come on, big dog.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, so I live in Austin.
Austin, let's have a round of applause
Yeah.
for freaking Austin, man.
We have had a couple fundraisers and just had our chapter not really show up for it. And so I'm wondering, what's a good way to get like specific houses or just your whole chapter to come out and have fun?
It's going to be based on attraction rather than promotion.
Okay.
It really is. It's always going to be like that. To be honest with you, the secret is getting the funds allocated, and whoever shows up is going to have a blast, and who doesn't is going to miss out.
Okay.
But they're going to wind up paying for it anyway, so there it is.
But I would suggest too, take raffle prizes about it, and you could go around the community and ask for donations. Sonic always gives like $5 gift cards, but still, it's a prize. And then two, just don't let it discourage you. Just continue, because eventually, if you build it, they will come.
Yes, and sometimes it just when they start hearing, it's like, man, you should have been. Come on, do you need a ride? What do you need? And just show up. And try to make it like a short event, like 2 or 3 hours. Don't say, oh, it's going to be all day and we're going to be painting houses and doing all that. No, you ain't got to do that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Marty, found a wallet.
Woo, I'll take that. No, I'm kidding.
You found a wallet?
But we really will.
Is there an ID in it? Okay. So I will turn it in. Thank you so much. Did anybody lose a wallet? Check your pants, please.
Yeah, probably.
Look, everybody's hand goes up. Look at that. That's some bullshit. Okay, yes?
All right. So I apologize. I had to go potty. So you may have answered this already, but I didn't know. What is that progressive dinner thing that y'all were talking about?
That's a good question. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know if y'all covered that. I apologize. I couldn't hold it anymore.
That's a good question, because I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah,
Great
I never heard of that before.
It's so cool. So basically, what you do is you kind of get houses in the same close proximity, and and normal people do this too. But you could do like appetizers at one house and invite people, and then you do the full meal. Oh, hello. Oh, the meal at this is awkward. the meal at the main course at one house, then you have desserts and coffee at the next house. So it allows people to see the different houses, meet the people, and have good food.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, we were actually thinking about doing something like that, but then all the COVID stuff. All this COVID stuff started getting weird, because we were going to do like an open house at like 3 or 4 houses, and like we want in the morning and have them do more like breakfasty, brunchy type stuff, and then just throughout the day, so that they were each house do it for a couple 2-3 hour open house. And so okay, yeah, so all right, well I already knew what it was. I just called it something different.
Good question. Thank you.
Hello, family.
Hello.
Oh,
My name's Zach. I'm from the great state of Louisiana.
That's right. You guys have taught me so much, man. Thank you for
Great.
that. Let's have a round of applause for Louisiana. And I'm sure if anybody would like to donate, they might need a little bit of help now. So
We have a fishbowl at our t-shirt table. You're welcome to put your dollar bills in it. So real quick, COVID seems to be ramping back up in our state, and I'm preparing mentally for more things over Zoom. How would you guys suggest maybe organizing some unity events over Zoom and getting people excited to show up to them. I think Elizabeth is qualified to answer this question according to the gorilla.
So, you remember the lip sync battle that we had? It was years ago.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun, and you get a song and you lip sync, and it was all virtual. So it's neat looking at that. But also I saw like a scavenger hunt. So everybody's at their computers, and you can start out easy, like whoever has Pete's coffee, or what do y'all have in Louisiana? That good stuff?
Community.
Oh, community coffee. But you could be with all different states, so other states might not have community. So the person that goes and grabs or Suave shampoo and comes back and get it first, they get something. But then you make it a little bit harder, like I don't know, a lobster fork, because that's rare in an auction house, or something like that, a pocket watch, something just off the wall. But it is fun. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's like a scavenger hunt,
No, I like it. I know
Yeah.
we've done a lot for AA in virtually, but it seems harder to get Oxford House residents excited about it. Thanks, guys.
I understand. Yeah. Keep it up. Uh-oh.
Hey, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate where you're at. Hopefully we'll be at another one next year. Thank you for coming to Fun and Recovery, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.